And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's make these babies cry.
Wentz now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do, and we're talking about Jason Kelce now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Vince Beagle. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to run, but he's hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run to the second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. Fitzpatrick now. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. As the Eagles get ready for this next drive on offense, look at where they're at in their season right now. A couple of tough games they just had. They lost to the Patriots, and then another tough game against Seattle that they also lost. So now the Eagles are at 5-6. You know, they want to fight for that NFC East title. It's going to be tough. But the good news, they have 3 winnable games upcoming against Miami, the Giants, and then the Washington Redskins. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On second down now, it's Howard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
Touchdown!
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back onto the field comes Miami's offense. And remember, this is a Miami crew that started the year 0-7. Then they won 2 games. Well, now they've lost 2 in a row after the Week 12 defeat at Cleveland. As they start this drive out here, 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
On 1st down, Laird. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. He couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Caught. It's Wilson. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, 33 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone.
You got some shook, man. What the shook? You just talking. No, you didn't shook. I set you up, man.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to push.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. John Jenkins. He's the culprit, dropping in for a 2-yard loss. After the sack on first down, Wentz looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
He's got daylight. The 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Beagle, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Running with Howard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Waiting. Check back.
On 1st down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Wentz going to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run here with Balaj. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Let's go. Mike 20. Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Watch the run.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. Caught by Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Here's Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Hearns brings it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider. Just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Accelerating, and off he goes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And Sanders has got it complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Vince Beagle bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Second down and goal. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Escape, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the field.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Right back to Sanders on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Go. 280. Rebutt.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That second down play nets a -4. They'll look to throw.
Short gain left.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go with Howard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Wow. That's crazy.
2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? They go counter with Howard. And some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. He's back to throw. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. That's some strong running. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of